and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. It's me, Mikey Pipes. Friday. Love me Fridays. Friday, 17th of October, 2025. It's Friday. Love me Fridays. I love me Fridays. If you love me Fridays too, I want you to take your fist and smash that thumbs up button for this video. Woke up this morning, it was 47 degrees here in the great communist state, about to become even more communist, state of New York, about to become more communist. I had the unfortunate opportunity last night to watch Curtis Wheeler, Andrew Cuomo, former governor of New York, and the Democratic Socialist, that's what he says he is, a Democratic Socialist. You cannot be a Democratic Socialist. Do your research and you'll understand why. You can't. And socialism does not work. Zohan Mamdani. Can you believe? I can't believe it. Not even 25 years after 9/11, these fucking idiots that reside in New York City are about to elect this fucking crazy communist socialist as the mayor of the largest city in the United States and one of the largest cities in the world. I am just, people are really fucking dumb. They really got to turn on the coffee machine. You know, to Democratic Socialists, everyone should have a coffee machine like that for free. Yeah. While I do agree on some of their key points, well, only like real, maybe one or two of them. You know, universal health care. There is no reason why all citizens of a region or all citizens of a country shouldn't have health care. There's no reason why they shouldn't. And also, tuition-free public college. I do believe in that. I do believe that there's enough fluff. You know what I mean? There's enough fluff out there. If you just cut out the fat from the pig, there is plenty of money there where not only can we have lower taxes, but we can provide for those who are citizens, you know. But they also want to have higher taxes on corporations and millionaires. Mamdani said it himself. You know, if you earn more than $1 million a year, there's no reason why you can't fork over more money. And he wants to tax the white people. You know what? New York City is the capital, is the global capital of capitalism in the world. And Mamdani, right, and this is what I don't understand, because it's going to happen if he wins, right? Because these large corporations, especially Wall Street, they're going to relocate down south, probably to Florida. Facts. All right, I'm making an espresso. I want to go over a couple things like objections and handling those responses. All right? So stick around for after the commercial break. You ready? Let's go. I got to tell you, it makes excellent coffee, especially an espresso. So one of the objections that you may come across in the trades is that you have one decision maker present, and you may need two decision makers. When I make an appointment with prospective clients or an existing client that wants to get a estimate or proposal, I call them proposals, and not using the word estimate. Like, you know, a customer can call in, like, can I get an estimate I like to schedule an appointment to get an estimate for a water heater, right? So we typically don't give those prices out over the phone. We like to be there in person to quote that out. So when we set the appointment, one of the requests that I have is that, okay, great, Mr. Jones, Mrs. Jones, I have you scheduled down for Monday at 7:30 in the morning. If I do go on a free proposal service call, it's going to be early in the morning. I don't want to be giving up my time if it is a free service call during the day. I'd rather do it early in the morning, get there, boom, 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 before everyone gets to work. And one of the questions I do ask is, all decision makers going to be present for the time when I come in? And if they say no, okay, is there a better time where all decision makers can be present? Because I like to make sure that we're all on the same page and that we can go over all the options together, because things do get lost in translation. Because that will avoid the rejection of, I need to talk to my spouse. And that's the objection we're going to talk about right now. You get a response, hey, Mikey Pipes, I need to talk to my spouse before making a decision. Oh, okay. Now, I guess, I could be sarcastic and get them to laugh, maybe a little too abruptly. I was like, well, I guess you don't wear the pants in the house, do you? But no, you're not going to say that. I was like, well, Mr. Jones, if your spouse says no, what would you do? All right. So if they say their spouse won't want to do it, right? The rebuttal is, what about the product wouldn't they want to buy? Is it the product itself? Is it the total price? I don't really deal with monthly payments, but is it the monthly payments or the down payment? Let's identify what the issue is and move forward to get the deal done. Quite simple. Now, fortunately, in my demographic, we don't use much financing. If I use Synchrony Financial, if I use it 10 times a year to get a deal done, that would be a very conservative number. I think that's a normal number, because there are some months we have nothing. We don't sell any deals with financing. And there are some deals some months where we have like 2 in a month or 3 in a month. But generally it's 8 to 10 deals we do a year with the financing. And when you do those deals with a bank where you're the merchant and they're the lender, at the end of the year, you're going to get a tax statement from them, breaking it down with your business name, your tax ID number, and each month of what the credit card processing was, because it is a credit card, essentially. Just like you do with all the other merchant, if you accept Visa, MasterCard, Discover, what have you. So that's a rebuttal for that. So if the spouse says, won't say no, okay, perfect. When would you like to have this done, installed? We could do Monday, Tuesday next week. Does that work? There you go. Quite simple, folks. It's very, very quite simple. Another one, and then we're going to call it a wrap right now. I don't want to drag it on. It is a Friday. A lot of you guys are probably like, can't wait to get the weekend started. I don't mind. I don't mind the weekends. Yes, I do love Fridays, because Saturday morning, welcoming in the Sabbath, and Friday night, a time to disconnect from the world. It's great. By the way, some of you know what I'm talking about, but a lot of you have no idea what I'm talking about. When you can disconnect from the world and turn the phone off and just focus on yourself, your relationship with your family, and the relationship with your higher power, it literally it's a good way to cleanse yourself for the week. It really is. And I love going on service calls on Saturday night. I love it. I love going on service calls on Sunday morning. And I'm not saying I'm doing 10 service calls. No, but you know what? If it's cold as fuck outside and I got to do 4 service calls, freeze ups, or throwing out pipes, I love it. I absolutely love it. I love fixing things that are broken and solving people's problems. I really do. One other rebuttal, and then we're going to call it a wrap. Hey, Mikey, I just want to get a quote so I compare this to others. Great, Mr. Jones. Earlier, though, you told me that you could get the right price. We can get this done soon. You'll be looking to move forward, right? Correct? Yeah. So what changed between then and now? See, most of the other guys selling HVAC equipment, heating, boilers, furnaces, heat pumps, air conditioning systems, might have been selling windows and doors last week. So imagine you're the best at your job, you design a perfect system, but someone else tries to install it without the same expertise. Now, Mr. Jones, you've seen the work that we do. We came recommended from blah, blah, blah. We've been in the neighborhood for 20 plus years. You see how transparent we are on social media, especially the YouTube channel that I have, where I proudly promote transparency. So, but someone else, you want to compare this to someone else that you don't know what kind of expertise they have. And you want to give them the job, maybe. You want to compare apples to apples. You know what we do, right? So put yourself in my shoes. Does that seem fair to you? If you're looking for quality at a fair price, we're the only company for you. Let's move forward with this installation. Now, I don't go crazy. I've been there, done that. I was the selling tech. Wow, 20 years ago, I myself was billing out 7 figures a year for the company I worked for that later became a partner of. 7 figures a year with one truck. The joke in the company, and which I got one holiday as a bonus, as a Christmas gift, should you say. The company I worked for custom built a tractor trailer with a 50-foot trailer, and it had a picture of my face on it, and it had the company name on it. Because I needed a tractor trailer to install everything that I went to a service call on that first service call. And I stayed there all fucking day. I would go there for a leak under a sink. I would sell 20 sweat ball valves in the basement. Cut them all out. Man, and I was fucking good with a torch. I would turn off the water main. I would drain down the house. I would cut these valves in half with a sawzall. I didn't have a bandsaw. I didn't have a grinder. I had a sawzall. I think it was a DeWalt. Fucking yellow and black. I would cut those valves in half. Hopefully there was enough play. I would sweat them off. I would sweat a new one on, and the valve would take me about 5 minutes. And we used a book called the Fuck Rate Book, the Flat Rate Book, by Frank Blau. I love that book. That was a great fucking book. I knew all the tasks. I had task numbers memorized. I had the selling price memorized, the add-ons, the minor tank rebuilds, the major tank rebuilds. Man, I finessed major toilet tank rebuilds. Fuck undoing the close couple bolts. I would get my sawzall in there, and with finesse, not scratching a thing, I would cut those two bolts holding the tank to the bowl. I had a towel on top of the seat. I would use that same sawzall if it was metal, not want to come out. The the flush valve. Hold on. Do I have one here? Yeah. Oh, no, I don't. Fuck. I thought up here I had a Wolverine brass flush valve. I got the Wolverine brass Finale Ultimate Toilet Fill valves. Those we got. But I loved what I do, and I still have the same passion. I absolutely love solving people's problems and putting an urgency or an emergency away and putting it to bed. All right, folks, we are going to end this video. If you are interested and you live in the Long Island, New York City metropolitan area, the Mikey Pipes Philanthropy HVAC training school is going to restart next week or the next 2 weeks. If you're interested in attending one of the classes, we're going to start over from simple to more complex. Okay? We're going to talk about standing pilots, fan center relays, how to wire it, the vent dampers, safety switches. We're going to talk about all that. So if you're interested in joining, the class is free. Okay? It's an hour, hour and a half. We're probably going to offer it once or twice a week, on Mondays and Wednesdays, or maybe Mondays and Thursdays in an evening. Email me, mike@mikeypipes.com. I'll send you over an application. And together, let's make the trades great again. I ain't fucking around. Okay? Let's go.